Let's try and get on the stage for everybody. We're almost there. If we can just crowd in a little here in the middle, I think we can make it happen. Let's get everybody, and they're staying rightfully represented up here on the stage. And now I would like to welcome Isaac Haney from Lewis and Clark High School in Spokane, Washington, to sing the national anthem. Please rise. Your flag down here.
Come on, Jess.
I'm right in the center.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, flag bearers. And we'll just take a minute, get settled, and then with the rest of the opening ceremony. Okay, everybody grab a seat. Thank you again to Flyers and to Mr. John Werner, our National Record and he makes the flag parade happen, but all of you make IAC happen. So thank you from myself, David Nunn, and my wife, Nolan. From the bottom of our hearts, we are deeply appreciative of all of your support. Give yourselves a hand for making it to nationals this year. It's hard to believe, but this is our 15th year that we've been at this, and we hope to be at it for decades to come. We have never been in a stronger position as an organization, and again, that's thanks to all of your support. And we have, in a few minutes, a few words about some exciting developments that we want to share with you. But first, before we get into that, a few basic reminders for this weekend's competition. We are here at the Crystal Gateway Marriott. This is the home of nationals for the varsity and junior varsity divisions. We have been here since 2012, and we really hope to keep coming back here for many years to come. In order to stay in the hotel's good graces, as well as those of the other hotel guests, because not everybody here at the hotel is with our group, and also for just practicing common courtesy, a few things. Please keep it quiet at night. We know that there are events that go on relatively late, but a lot of people are going to try and get an earlier night's rest. That's fine, just please be considerate. We've mentioned this in the emails that have been going out, but please don't run on the escalators. It shouldn't be the sort of thing we have to mention, but we've dealt with that in past years, and then they turn them off, which is not to anyone's benefit, so just don't do that. Where you need to go, when you need to be there, from the standpoint of the way that this very busy weekend works, that is the single most important thing that we can make sure that you're all good with. If you do not know, in fact, where and when you need to report for your events, that's why we have a help desk. There are people outside the Arlington Ballroom. This is the Arlington Ballroom. The main help desk is also down outside Grand Ballroom. They can help get you situated. Otherwise, just read through the emails. We know they're long. There's a lot of important information. And just be sure that you're outside your round one or exam room about 5 minutes before it's set to begin. For whatever reason, we're running late. We may hold it slightly, but so far so good, I think, on that front. And hopefully we won't have that happen. Certainly events will not start before their posted start time. If you are finishing up an event and you have an event thereafter on the calendar, don't worry, certainly stick with the event you're doing, and then you'll be able to do the next one. You can also reach our help desk by emailing hs-info@iacompetitions.com. That's the usual varsity and junior varsity email. It's being monitored pretty much on a minute-by-minute basis all weekend long, and Kirsten and the team are very quick to respond to you. You may also try that 802-923-0400 number. That's the help desk number this weekend. Good idea to put that in your phones if you haven't already done so. We'll leave that slide up there for another minute, so you can do that. You can also follow us on social media. We've just passed 1,600 followers, so thank you for that. And you can stay apprised of all the goings on at nationals that way as well, and in IAC in general. We also have a selfie station that's down towards Grand Ballroom with some props. Go have some fun with that, and certainly don't forget to tag us. And also, many of you have pre-ordered shirts. We want to make sure that you pick those up as well if you had ordered them. We also have commemorative pins and lots of other souvenirs out at the souvenir desk. Okay, that's it for reminders 1. And reminders 2. Tonight, the latest event on the Nationals calendar is our History B play-in game, taking place as soon as this evening's rounds finish up. And then we will have the History B playing game around 10:45 this evening. This is if you want to play in Sunday's National History B and have not already qualified. If you have qualified, you cannot compete in this. This is specifically if you haven't qualified and you didn't get a chance to play all of the regional sets. Please just be at the Grand Ballroom Help Desk at 10:45 at the latest, ideally a little earlier if you wish to do that. It's free, it's just one round of 30 questions, and if you pass, if you finish in the top half of your age division, you are basically obligated to compete and then pay for it, because otherwise you'd be taking away a slot from somebody else. So only do the playing game if you're serious about playing in the National History Bee on Sunday, but if you aren't, that's your speak now or forever hold your peace moment with it. Exams, there are lots of national championship exams still on the docket. I have medals to award for a few of them in just a minute, but note that the exams, officially speaking, are open for registrations still right now up until the help desk closes the night before. Okay, so any exam that's taking place tomorrow morning, you can still sign up for until the help desk closes. You may also, you are welcome to try and do them on a standby basis by going to the exam rooms. Those are just next door in Arlington 5 and 6. But we can't guarantee that. So if you want to do any of the national championship exams that are still in the offing, there are lots of subjects for them. That's the message there. If you want to add the science bee or the academic bee, you really need to go to the help desk immediately after the opening ceremonies, particularly for the academic bee, as that's tonight. But we can't guarantee you in those just anymore, because if you're too good a player, you might make the draw unfair. But if we think your presence in the competition isn't going to overwhelm the draw, we may still allow you to sign up. If you're double booked for a particular event or anything like that, just see our help desk or contact the email or phone number for that. This is something that's already come up at Nationals, unfortunately, and it does seemingly every year. Please do not try and be overly polite if you are just waiting outside a room thinking that just because the door is shut, you're not allowed to go in, even if you think that maybe your next round is in there. If you miss that round, that's on you, not us, okay? We have to keep the doors shut. We can't have a open door, closed door, strict policy like that, but you're welcome to come in. If you're late to a round, you can just jump right in at the point you arrive, okay? But our readers and our stats team know to hold the questions for a number of minutes after each round. They're all being sent out electronically this year. That's helping to keep things efficient and on time. But we're waiting until all the rounds within a flight or a pool have finished up before we send the next one. But at that point, there's by the time that we do send it out, there's no reason that you shouldn't have been able to get to your next round room. Okay, there is no check-in for individual events, especially if you are a 9th grader or if this is your first time at varsity and junior varsity nationals and you've been at elementary and middle school nationals before. Everybody checks in individually for events. They are not here. Here, the only event that requires check-in is the National History Bowl. If you're playing in that tomorrow, as many of you are, please just be sure that one person from your school or team, even one per school is okay if you have multiple teams, checks you in and just lets us know that you're here. And also, just a word, our competitions continue to grow and we're always looking for new host schools. If you're interested in hosting either a National History Bowl regional tournament or a Science, History, and Geography regional tournament, those are primarily for students in 8th grade and younger. The National History Bee and Bull Tournament is primarily for students in high school, but members of all grades can go to both types of tournaments. Please let us know. Typically speaking, for History Bee and Bull tournaments, host schools play for free and get a discount on their nationals registration. There are perks to hosting a science, history, and geography bee tournament too. So we encourage you to do that. On to the next slide. That's not the next slide. That is. Okay, so tonight we have a Girls Who Quiz reception. That's taking place, I believe, at 8:15 over, sorry? Virginia Tech's tomorrow, and you gotta put that back on. Okay, so the Girls Who Quiz reception, Deborah, that's where?
Arlington 2.
Arlington 2, okay. Try and make that work, otherwise I can at least make the announcements from over here. Okay, so Arlington 2 for tonight's Girls Who Quiz reception at 8:15. We also have a talk from the Virginia Tech Department of Geography. That's going to be over in Grand Ballroom A on Sunday from 2:35 to 3 p.m. So if you're interested in learning about what geography is like in terms of studying it at the undergraduate level, we're fortunate to have Professor Tom Crawford, the head of their geography department, giving a talk again that Sunday at 2:35. Tonight we also have a coaches reception. This is specifically for History Bowl coaches. Down in the hotel bar in the lobby, we've got an open bar for half an hour. Come down and have fun with us and talk all about IAC over free drink. That's for coaches, not for every adult. Yeah, we'll get popular quickly. Okay, now we know what you're really interested in. Okay, we also tonight, have back here in Arlington 3 and 4, we have a Q&A session on the International History Olympiad for 2025, as well as our International Geography Championships for 2026. You've seen the banners. It's going to be in beautiful Thailand. Just another minute for word on that. But that's tonight here for that Q&A session from 9:30 to 10. If you're signed up for the Olympiad, come and ask us some questions about it. If you're interested in joining us in Paris, come and ask us some questions about it. Okay, for the History Bowl tomorrow, be sure to check your History Bowl assignments and your small school status if you think you might be small school eligible and aren't listed as such on the stats pages, please let us know. Also, standby teams, you should know who you are. Please be at the help desk bright and early tomorrow at 7:30 if you want to have a chance to fill a slot in the draw in case somebody no-shows. Okay? Also a reminder, our middle and elementary school tournaments, in particular for science, history, and geography, continue to grow. High schoolers, you are more than welcome to staff those, especially 11th and 12th graders. Sometimes we make exceptions for experienced players in 9th and 10th grade. You can earn up to $200 a day for reading Quiz Bowl questions, and it's a good way to finance trips to nationals, to Europe or Thailand, but we're always looking for more staff there. Okay, a couple of words on our History Olympiad. This is going to be in Paris this summer. Most of you know about this. We've been handing out the flyers at tournaments, posting updates on our website. We are up to 280 students who are now signed up. That is already a record turnout, up from 258 last time in Rome. Remember, the History Olympiad is held every 2 years. Qualifications valid for 2 years. So we hope that you'll be able to join us for that in Paris this summer, if you are indeed qualified. Okay. Just a couple of other notes on the History Olympiad. It is a week-long event. The dates are July 20 to 26. And before that, we have a 3-day trip. 3-day trip to Normandy and Brittany, and then we have a week-long coast trip to the south of France, and space is still available on that. Here is a very quick little video that we made about the Olympiad.
The International History Olympiad is a world championship level event organized by International Academic Competitions, an organization which operates in over 30 countries. The 2025 Olympiad will take place in Paris, France, bringing together the world's top history students for 7 days of competitions, sightseeing opportunities, and social events. Students will have the opportunity to enjoy the sights of ancient and modern Paris, including
the reopened Notre Dame de Paris,
the Louvre,
Les Invalides, home of the Museum of the French Army, and Napoleon's tomb.
the Musée d'Orsay, home to the world's largest collection of Impressionist paintings.
The historic neighborhood of Montmartre, where we'll have a dedicated walking tour, including sites like Basilica Sacré-Cœur.
The Rodin Museum, home to France's greatest sculptor.
We'll see you here in Paris this summer.
Students can qualify for the Olympiad by competing in regional and national bowl or bead tournaments, Model UN, or historical simulation events. Students can also qualify by getting a high score on a multiple choice qualifying exam. To register or learn more, visit historyolympiad.com.
All right, so we hope you can join us for that. And now, an official first word on our 2026 International Geography Championships. It is now set, you see it on the banner, for July 5 to 12 at the beautiful JW Marriott Resort and Spa in Khao Lat, Thailand. That is about an hour's drive north of Phuket. We have a pretty good deal on the rooms there. This is the hotel, by the way, where we hold our annual Asian Championships and have done so for the last 10 years. We know this hotel very well. It's an amazing venue to do an academic competition at. And we are delighted to do the first of our summer competitions in Asia there in 2026. You can qualify for it already in this current academic year. There are lots of different ways that many of you have already done that. A quick note though, we'll also be doing a 3-day pre-trip to Bangkok and a 3-day post-trip to Angkor Wat, if you're interested in exploring a bit more of Southeast Asia with us. Not bad. Okay, on to the next thing that we have going, IAC Journeys. This is a new thing that we're doing in the United States next year. So I mentioned that we've been doing tours overseas in conjunction with our summer program. We now have on the docket for you, next Martin Luther King Day weekend, we are going to be doing a tour called the Civil Rights Trail in search of Dr. King's legacy, starting in Atlanta and going through Alabama and Mississippi over to Memphis. Very meaningful tour, and what a wonderful way to celebrate Martin Luther King Day. So we hope that you'll come discover the history of the civil rights movement with us. That's again, Martin Luther King Day weekend of 2026. We also, on Labor Day weekend of 2026, will be conducting a tour that we were doing some scouting for earlier this week called the Civil War, Battlefields and Beyond. Starting right here in Arlington, Virginia, we'll then head out to Bull Run, and then up to Winchester, the Shenandoah Valley, Antietam, Gettysburg, moving back down through Richmond, Petersburg, and Appomattox before finishing up the Frederick Douglass House and Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. We hope that you'll consider joining us for that. Space will be limited to 1 bus for the Civil Rights Tour, possibly up to 2 for the Civil War Tour, but that may be just 1 as well. We expect registration to open for those in early September. So you've heard it here first. We have some flyers for that outside the help desk as well. Okay, and then we also just have a few other organizational announcements and updates. We have added some new full-time staff members, bringing us up now to 14 of us working full-time on IAC. Pretty cool. We're also in the process of bringing on a few new people on board, specifically to help with outreach around the country, so we can have ever more students joining us. We'll also be introducing some financial aid initiatives next year as well, including for the Geography Championships in Thailand. Yes, we're really happy about that. I know how hard we worked to get here, and we really appreciate that. And we're going to have a lot more information on that coming up in the weeks to come. We also are investing in a registration system and statistics overhaul. You'll have your personal pages where you can see all of your statistics from all of your IAC events at a single glance. So some cool stuff in the works there. And finally, one new or newish competition. The National Humanities Bee, which we did pre-COVID at the middle school and elementary school level, will be returning next year, including for the varsity and JV divisions. It will be done online, but our question production team is working really hard, and we look forward to bringing that back. That's questions on literature, the arts, religion, mythology, and much more. So stay tuned for that. Okay, now we have some medals to hand out for the exams today. So we've already had some exams go on yesterday and today, and we want to do this as quickly as possible, but give everybody the recognition they deserve. For the remaining exams, remember the medal ceremonies are at a specific time here in Arlington 3-4. Okay, we will first do the International Affairs exam. If you're not here to pick up your medal, they will be kept at the help desk. Okay, and you can pick them up at any point there. Okay, so in quick succession, we will begin with the Junior Varsity International Affairs exam, a new exam for us. And only 2 points separated the top 3 students. In bronze position, Michael Yu from Mountains View in Minnesota. If you're here, come on out. In second place, Brady Noble from Boise in Idaho. And your champion for the JV International Affairs exam from Renton and Clayton, Florida, it's Zachary Horvich. There were 37 of you. 37 exam takers in JV. Why don't you guys all stay up there? And then we'll move to varsity, where in varsity we needed a tiebreak to determine silver and bronze. Bronze going to Justin Sun from Rick Reedy in Texas. Silver going to Alan Merritt from Riverwood in Georgia. And the gold in varsity of International Affairs to Rajiv Pujara of Darien in Connecticut. Justin got bronze for varsity. Okay. There's Alan and there's Rajiv. Okay. Congratulations, everybody. Let Kirsten get a quick photo. And then we'll move right into map and flag, where also I should go through 25 varsity international affairs students. Wow, look at this. For map and flag in the junior varsity, we have no fewer than 114 students take the exam. Wow. And bronze going to the great state of California, Mission San Jose's Manu Charufule. Silver to Pennsylvania and Saeed Street Price. And gold to Maryland and Henry Berger of Centennial. In varsity, there were 42 exam takers. Bronze going to the late Jesuit and Emerson Patmore. Silver once again to Justin Sun of Rick Reedy in Texas. But it's another Texan who takes gold, Sean Pastamanian. Emerson is a bronze. Justin is silver. Second medal of the night already. Nope, that was Sean for the gold. That was Justin for the silver. All right, congratulations, varsity map and flag. Next up, historical geography. For the JV in historical geography, 58 of you took it. And with a 145, a great score, the bronze going to Adlai Stevenson in Illinois and Sanjay Devabakatuni. We'll stay in the same school for the silver, and that'll go to Shankar Harakrishnan, also of Stevenson. And new state coming up for the historical geography gold, going to the Granite State of New Hampshire. It's Matthew Ruggiero. Into varsity while they get their medals. The bronze in varsity, there were 20 of you who took it, goes to Isaac Studley from HB Woodlawn in Virginia. Silver, once again, to Alvin Merrick from Riverwood in Georgia. And the gold to California and Nilantan Narayan from Fremont. Congratulations. Into American geography, the last of the medals for tonight. In junior varsity, there were 58 of you who took it. This is a new exam, the National American Geography exam. Come back up, Matthew Ruggiero taking a bronze back to New Hampshire. Silver to Basis Silicon Valley in California and Ion Kaskiwala. And our first perfect score of the weekend with the 150 to Yan Lin Huang, also a Basis Nice going. Into varsity we go, where 32 of you took it in the bronze. A familiar name on the stage up here at Nationals, John Augustine from Bennett Academy. Silver going to New York and Clarkstown South High School, Ishan Pusuluri. And another perfect score, once again, winning Sean Pascalonic from Frenchman in Texas. His second gold so far of the weekend. A few years ago, Sean won a trip to Poland on the country exam at the International History Olympiad. Cool stuff. Okay, so that's all the medals we have for you now, but we do want to go ahead and recognize our national champions in the Bs that have already been held. If you were in the building, please stand up so we can recognize you in the political science meeting last night. The gold and the national title to Ayan Mohapatra from Orinda Academy. Congratulations. And our first ever national champ in B at the varsity B levels from Michigan, going to Abraham Zhang of Green Hills. And then in today's U.S. History B, the JV national champion is Ryan Chen of Blind Brook High School. And your varsity national champion, Robert Wong from Livingston High School. Okay, we'll stay on that slide. And now 2 awards to hand out. It's a tradition at Nationals that we recognize a few people who have gone above and beyond to really help us out in many ways. This first gentleman who we want to recognize has staffed our competitions for a number of years now. He has been instrumental in particular with bringing a lot of you to Nationals. I know it's a lot of you and you're all in the house because you cheered very loudly a few minutes ago when your flag came up. After COVID, it's taken us a little while to really hit our stride in some places, but one place where we're far stronger than we ever were pre-COVID is the beautiful Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, and that is largely due to your organizing a Puerto Rico team to go to the International Geography Olympiad. We already organized a team from the USA that goes to IGO this and every summer, and we wish to do that for Puerto Rico as well, looking to enlist some help up on Capitol Hill. Thank you once again, Norman, for all your hard work. We also have an annual Coach of the Year award. It is named in honor of Laura Fleming, a teacher and national history musical coach from my alma mater at Ridgewood High School, who sadly left us all too soon a few years ago. She came to nationals many times, came and staffed our International History Olympiad. We have renamed the award in her honor. Usually, this award goes to a school coach who is incredibly dedicated. This year, for the first time ever, this award is going to a coach of literally hundreds of students around America. His dedication to IAC and academic competition is unparalleled in encouraging students and giving them coaching and to compete in our competitions, in other competitions, and we cannot thank him enough for all his hard work. I speak of Bodo Galore from California. Come on up. Of the 2025 IAC Laura Fleming Coach of the Year Award. Thank you so much. There is just one tradition left. Yeah, you know what it is. It's how we conclude every opening ceremonies at Nationals. It's the much anticipated opening buzz of the National History Bowl. We bring up last year's national champion, that's Livingston High School, and we bring up their round one opponent tomorrow morning, and we kick off the History Bowl with a live toss-up that replaces question one in the first quarter tomorrow. Livingston, come up and take the stage, and your round one opponents from Puerto Rico. More players are covering. Okay. All right, folks. Just this once, it's okay to video. Otherwise, throughout the weekend, please do not do that. That's not allowed. But just this once, go for it if you wish. Again, remember that the live streams will be on the website for the national finals as well. Let's just do the obligatory quick buzzer check on the incognito to start us off and come on down. We do work. Okay, this is a 10-point toss-up to kick off the National History Bowl. Immediately upon the conclusion of this, remember we've got our Girls Who Quiz reception next door in Arlington 2, and we've got the coaches reception down at the bar. Let's start the 2025 National Championships of the National History Bowl. Okay, silence. Toss-up. This conflict included the Battle of Kinburn, an naval arms race between two allies. The Battle of the Black River during this conflict included troops from Piedmont, Sardinia, and was the subject of a humorous song by Leo Tolstoy, claiming it was smooth on the paper. Lord Raglan's orders.
The Crimean War.
It is the Crimean War. Have a great time. We'll see you down at the bar if you're a coach.